All right, traders, we're back. Market analytics. Take a look at this one, guys. Dollar versus the Canadian. I think it's a good time to give you a bit of an update on this one. We've seen price very hectic over the last few days. It started with that huge breakout of 32.09. We talked about these two key levels, right? That was the testing area, right? 32.09 and 32.22. It was completely crashed with that huge upside single day move. But then something very bizarre happened, and that was, directly due to what happens in the Middle East right now, between Saudi Arabia and Iran. And we've seen how the oil was heavily affected by that, right? It jumped like 10%. And that affected the dollar Canadian, because we know the Canadian economy is heavily dependent on oil, right? So we've seen that gap occurring right here on the dollar Canadian when the Canadian was jumping forward on the expense of the US dollar, of course. But now things seems to get back to normal, if you know what I mean, right? And the dollar Canadian is coming back up again. Now it's really interesting to find out whether this is going to be sustainable or not, because yesterday was quite a funny day. It started really strong on the upside, almost reaching the eminent resistance of 33.07, a mighty mid-high key level, which is also, by the way, is beautifully, converged here with the 230 moving average, right? So it's a powerful level, we know that. But price had missed it by a very tiny margin, and it bounced back so strong, ending up the day almost where it started. Now that's usually not a very good sign. So we decided not to look at this, not to take this as a vote of confidence. So we didn't increase our position. We just kept it as is. Now we also did not reduce the exposure or decrease the position. We just stayed put, so to speak. But now we would like to see whether price is going to come back up again, right? If it's going to be able to come back up again, we will definitely re-engage with some, more trades thrown out, into this position. Then, of course, we will try to use 33.07 here as a secondary target for partial execution, for partial profit. Later on, 33.83 is another secondary target and also a very big test level, which if price will be successful breaking through, we will probably see, the dollar Canadian keeps hammering towards 35.24, which is, by the way, our final destination. According to the big picture, of course, this is the mid-high mighty resistance level, 35.24. We've been here before. Take a look how much power this level is pressing from above. That was the last time we were, price was, was visiting at that area. We think we're going to have the same replication of the second leg, right? This is going to be the fourth leg. That was the second leg, third, and then of course right now we feel that we are right in the middle of the fourth leg, and we should at some point eventually reach the higher section, which is why you can see 35.24. That's what we're aiming for, right? Now, guys, I want to mention the stop loss level. We're ready to push it probably by about 50-60 pip. But we're going to wait one more day. We want to have one more day of vote of confidence, of a positive day. And then we'll do probably two things. We will throw one more trade, and we will push the stop loss level probably by 60 pip and place it at 31.60. Fair enough? That should be it. Dollar versus the Canadian, still looking good. Yeah, that's about that for this one, guys. That's about it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.